Y'all, we're gonna make decor with dog toys. Whoever heard? I'm Brandy, and this is Making It My Own DIYs. Welcome. All right, so we're gonna get a variety of things from Dollar Tree. We got 3 different colored dice. I'm gonna use blue, green, and red. Got some little bathtub squicker toys for kids. Look at these dog toys. Oh my gosh, look. Have y'all seen these? This is crazy. Look at Mr. Kool-Aid. I'm getting vibes, y'all. I'm getting the throwback vibes. Okay, we got some swimming toys now. We're going to add those to them. A little shark and a little gator. Yep. Boop, 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 boop. We're going to use 2 spools of this rope. I'm just using colors that coordinate with my goodies. And we're going to use a wreath. Do not use the biggest one. You're going to use one that's a little bit smaller. If you use the biggest one, it's going to take a lot more rope and more toys. So we're going to go down to a smaller size than what you see here. Okay, so I will show you how we're going to wrap this. We're going to flip it over. Here's the flat side, and this is the back side of the wreath. And I'm just going to put my string through here, or my rope, and tie it in a knot. 1 knot is all it takes to hold this in place. And then I'm going to start wrapping it all the way around. I'm going to cover the knot as well. Be sure that you get your rope on that inside ring, butted up next to the next piece that you put over it. You can see what I'm doing here. There will be a gap on the top, and that is not going to matter because we're going to be covering this, and you won't see any of those gaps. Plus, if you decide to use like a zip tie to hold it in place, any of your pieces in place, then you can you'll have a little room to kind of feed it through the rope and hold it in place. My original thought was, yeah, we'll use zip ties to do it. I broke one of the blades on my utility knife trying to poke a hole in the back. You'll see the hole in there in just a few minutes. All right, so you can see here, just keep going around and around. What I love about the spool here is it's so easy and so fast rather than having a big bunch that keeps tangling up on itself and you have to keep going back over it again and again. So we're going to go all the way around. When you get all the way to the end of your piece, leave a little bit of rope left. And you're just going to tie that in a knot. I'm just going to loop it over on itself and then put it through the little loop. And that's going to hold it. Of course, I'm going to go back and forth for 20 minutes to get that right. Tie it in a knot there so nothing slips. And then you can just push that end back on the inside where you wrapped it. Okay? And then you're going to start with your next piece and you can just tie that on there. You can do whichever ring you want to. Tie it on there and then continue around your wreath until you're back to the end. Like I said, if you decide to use a bigger one, this is me originally using a larger one. I ran out of rope and when I went back to get more, there was not any more. So use the wreath that is 1 size down from their biggest. I think it's a 14-inch, probably a 14-inch wreath. But you'll see in a minute when it's completed, you'll see it completed on the medium size wreath. Okay, I hope I'm not confusing anybody when I say that. I am doing my best with the lighting. I'm working by a window here, y'all. Okay, so you see how there's some gaps at the top? That's not a problem, not an issue. It's going to be covered. It's nice and tight on the inner ring. And you can see where I tied it. I'm going to let that be the top, and I'm just going to cover it. So if you wanted to make holes in the back and feed a zip tie through, you see the hole in the back of my York peppermint patty up there, then you can do that if you want to. But I'm just going to use some of it's like the super glue adhesive from Dollar Tree and some hot glue. We're going to use the hot glue to hold it in place until the super glue dries. And I'll let you know right now, it sticks quite well on that rope and nothing has fallen off of that wreath, and I dropped it. When I was trying to get the footage for y'all of it hanging on the door, I dropped it. Nothing came off. So that's good. That's good for me. Now, will it stay intact in the sun and blazing heat of the summer? Likely not. Might want to use a zip tie if you're going to leave it out there that long. But if you have a porch or you have a screen door with your door, then this should work. I have a little breezeway outside of my new house. I love it. It's nice in the mornings to wait outside for the school bus with the kids. We just sit in there, even if it's raining. You just sit right in there and just wait for the bus. All right, so I'm kind of looking at my colors. I don't want to get too much of the same color side by side, so I'm alternating as we go around. Look at those Jello cups. How cute is that? Then I'll take my dice and just add those in. These are foam, like a really dense foam. You'll see in a minute. I'll cut one and you'll be able to see just how dense these are. I'll just put these here and there. It's just a super fun summertime wreath. I mean, we've got bath toys and pool toys and these dog squeak toys. Oh my goodness. And they are squeakers. So if you have a puppy and you don't want to do a wreath, go to Dollar Tree and get some of these for your pups. I bet they would love them. This is a great size for a smaller dog or a medium-sized dog. Bigger dogs would likely eat these, but they're made pretty well. I was quite surprised. Now I'm just going to move these around here and there and decide what's going to be the best fit and where I really like them. And that's where I will put them. These are so cute. These little toys do work. These little bathtub toys, you can use them in the bathtub. You can use them in the swimming pool. If you have a child who just likes to, maybe have a water table outside, these would be really cute in a water table. And I think these are the only two that I saw. There may be another design, but these are the only two that I can remember seeing. Cute. Look at these little frogs. They are perfect. And this adds a little of the green into them because I couldn't find any of the dog squeak toys with green. But I thought with the dice, the colors, the blue, the red, green, it's just screaming luscious summer to me. Kids having candy and having a good time and playing games, playing in the water. Love it. So this is my pool noodle knife. You see how dense this is? I was really bearing down to cut this thing in half. I really had to cut hard into this thing to get it to go through it. Nice. But it glues perfectly. It's not like a piece of foam that, would melt. Nope. It held up just fine. Now I'm doing some different levels. So I'll cut that one in half to make it a little shorter because we're going to put something on top of it. Let's put the Kool-Aid man over here, get him in place. He's got this little, where the picture handle is in the back. It's perfect to make a flat spot to lay him down. We're going to put him on here. I'm trying to get everything where nothing is upside down. So things are kind of facing outward. If that makes any sense. Same thing here with that super glue. On every single thing that I use, I'm going to add that super glue. And the little frogs make cute little space fillers. If you want to use some type of a little toy, I thought about using little toy cars and trucks. You could use the little figurines. You could use any of the toys that you get from the birthday section. If you wanted to make this a birthday wreath or something like that, that would be cute. And then I decided let's widen it out in a couple of places and add a little bit. And rather than leaving it flat, I'm going to kind of twist it kind of to the side just to give it a little more dimension, I guess. Hold those in place for just a moment. And then I'm going to add another one down here. Simple. I also saw some of the dog squeak toys they look like marshmallows and they have blue faces on them. Please tell me why I did not get them, because I should have. They were so cute and I could have used them for other projects. Hopefully when I go back, I will get them. I just knew I wanted to make a wreath with these. I just had to. And I hope y'all are enjoying this as much as me. It is a silly little thing for summer, but I promise you, you are going to get a ton of likes and compliments. Okay, so I thought, what else can we do here? Well, you know how goldenrod grows everywhere in the summertime? This looks like goldenrod to me. So I'm just going to take some of this and tuck it in here and there. Now, what I'm doing, showing you is I'm going to tuck them all in where I want them. And then I will go back and add a little super glue to each one of them to hold them in place. Don't want you to watch the whole process, and I'm sure you're thanking me for not making you watch the whole thing. You can use 1 or 2 pieces if you don't want to use something like this. Now, mine I got from TEMU, but you can get any type. You can get lavender or whatever you want from Dollar Tree. You can get clovers if it's around, if you have any left from St. Patrick's Day, dandelions, pansies, whatever flower bunch that you see that you like, or if you want to use like the ferns or any of the greenery bunches that Dollar Tree has, you can use those here, and that would be great. So now we have our primary colors in here too. We've got yellow, red, and blue, and then we've got, of course, the green in there now. And this is so fun. This is so fun. Can you imagine doing this if you run a nursery, or if you have grandkids, or there's a birthday party, or maybe you're having a swim party at your house, maybe you're having a doggy birthday at your house, game night. This is so cute, and you could use these for so many different things. And I'm just hoping that you can see the joy in this, which is how I intended it to be. Just a little fun, really quick. I mean, you can sit there and wrap this thing while you're watching TV. You don't have to take a lot of time to, painstakingly wrap it. Do something else while you're doing it. Listen to a podcast, listen to your Bible, listen to whatever it is that you have that you want to listen to. Some music. You're jamming out, or you're watching your favorite Dateline episode. Once you got all your glue on there, you're going to go over it with your heat tool or your blow dryer, or you can just use your hands and pick off any of the little webs just to make it nice and clean and neat, so that it gives you the high-end look that we always want to have with our pieces. Oh my goodness. Are y'all impressed? Because I'm impressed myself. I'm loving it. Look at this. This is actually some thrifted pieces that come out of an aquarium. You could use that even. Now I'm just going to take a chenille stem or a pipe cleaner, whatever you want to call it if you're fancy, and we're just going to wrap it through there. I made a loop in the top. Now I'm twisting that loop. I'm going to press it down so that it is wide enough to hang off of a nail or a tack, or if you have a door hanger. And then use a little hot glue to glue the little pieces down, or if you want to, it's not heavy. It doesn't really need it for stability, but it has a little weight just from the rope that we use. But you see, you can't see any of that on the back side of it when it's flipped over. Let that dry and you can hang it up. Would y'all please help me? I am striving to reach 100,000 subscribers this year, and if you could do it, I would love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate thumbs up. I appreciate you following me and helping me along my journey. This is my full-time job. This is how we feed the kids. And I love it. It's the best job in the whole world. And I promise you, in return, I am going to bring you the best that I can possibly bring you. Budget friendly, of course, and unique. Oh my goodness. Now mine is hanging a little bit crooked. I hung it a little bit weird because I didn't hang it off the hanger. I just hung it right off the wreath itself. So it looks like the Kool-Aid man is jumping off the wall over there. But this is how it's going to look. And I absolutely love it. Check out the rectangle for more. See you soon.